Alright guys, so welcome. I'm just gonna be like kind of doing this for myself. I just wanted to have like footage or recordings of me just randomly talking and ranting about random stuff. The only thing I am afraid of is to say something and then, it is 2023, people get fucking offended over everything. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like afraid to get in trouble for doing that. But oh, by the way, I'm playing Hardcore WoW. The what was it? The PvP tournament. Uh the Macgora. I think that's what it's called. They called it. It's the Starforge one, the OTK Starforge competition that's going on right now. I believe I have till the 30th to try to get to level 60. I'm not a fucking professional streamer, and I actually have a fucking life, so I can't do that. Talking about that, just a little backstory, just talking about my life. And I want to keep this channel as anonymous as possible. This is just all for me. So anyways, I was working for this off-grid, off-road trailer company. What they did is they developed these trailers where you could go camping in them, They were pretty nice, but I kind of got fucked over at that job. I was doing sales, I was doing tech support, I was doing this and that. Like, I was literally hustling every single thing, and they weren't appreciative. I sold a fuck ton of trailers for this guy. Each trailer is not cheap. If you sell a couple, that's like $100,000 easily of trailers, So anyways, here's a little what happened. So I recently quit that job because it was just too fucking stressful. Okay, so when I first started working there was only two people, just me and the office manager. Okay, and as time progressed, I hope I don't fucking die. By the way, this is fucking hardcore, so I hope I don't fucking die in WoW. Yeah. So anyways, I started maybe earlier this year. But anyways, the company was still at, like, it felt like a startup company, right? But it wasn't a startup company. The company had been around for a while now, but what had happened was the owner, he got stuck in his country because of the pandemic. Okay, he got stuck in his country because of the pandemic, and he wasn't able to run the company. So everybody that was here in America was just fucking around. There was no fucking actual thing. I was hearing that the GM was really bad. Like, I was hearing that he was touching people. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not good. So, that's what I heard from a ex-employee. One of our drivers is a ex-employee. And I have heard different rumors, right? But anyways, that's the GM. I never met the guy, but what's weird about that GM that used to work there, so I never met the guy because by the time I got there, he already got fired. But every single person that I spoke with about this man, no one had anything positive to say about him. Like I said, I have never met the dude in my entire life. So how can I hate on someone that I've never even fucking met? Oh, by the way, I'm just grinding some of these scorpions so that way I could get my levels up. So I'm a little over leveled before I do the next quest. I try to do that because it is hardcore, and I really want to win that $100,000 from the OTK. What is it, Macgora? I don't fucking know. Whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. The SFMG. So see, this guild right here is everyone that is attending the thing. So anyways, back to the story. What had happened was it was just me and her at the beginning, and one other like guy that does the production. Okay, and the thing about it is the guy that does production, he doesn't speak any English at all. His English was just like he didn't speak English, so he had me translate. Like, so when I got hired on, one of my jobs was to help him translate, so that way people from the back could translate the information to the people in the office, right? So one of my tasks was to translate. And mind you, being able to speak multiple languages, that is a skill. You should be paying me for that. A lot of because I've worked for so many different industries. I've worked for the dental industry. I've worked for you know, like logistics for a long time. I've worked for hotels. Like I've done a lot in my lifetime. And this isn't like me being cocky. I really believe, at the place I am now, I have more usable skills than people that are double my age. I have seen people that are double or triple my age that can't even use a computer. You know, I've worked at jobs where they're fucking astounded that I could put macros on my keyboard and then I can do their job in less than half the time. They're like, oh my god, this guy's working so fast. But I'm not even working hard. I just set it all on macros and then everything's done. You know, I automate everything. But because they're not very tech savvy or they're not very, I don't know, right? That doesn't make them a better worker. Yet there's, you know, employees that are less skilled, less driven, that get a higher position, you know? And that's a pretty common thing that I've noticed. I've seen some really dumb people in this world. I had a friend that told me that because this friend, he owns he has a family business, right? And he has an employee who's about like in his mid-50s. And this employee asked him, when it becomes nighttime and when it becomes daytime, where does the sun and moon go? And these are the kind of questions you get. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking 50 years old. Your entire life, what did you think? Where did you think the moon went? You know what I mean? Like, you're 50 years old. You're double my, like, you know? Like, it's people like that. And there's, like, let's just say it. There's some boomers that just don't fucking understand it. They're so fucking out of touch that that's what they think it is, you know? And that's the worst part about that job too. I was dealing with a lot of boomers. Like, it was the people that would buy those trailers are typically boomers, right? Like, it makes sense because, you know, they're gonna retire. You know, they're retired, so now they're gonna buy a little trailer with their wife, and then, you know, they go out and do whatever, and that's what they're gonna do. You know, I'm not gonna hate on that, right? But it's funny when, you know, you're the sales guy and you see that disconnect. Being a sales guy, it was really interesting too. There were customers that pretended that they knew everything. They'll talk to you. They'll tell you, "Oh, this product sucks. This AC is not the good one. This one's better. This one." But when it came down to it, it's like, "Oh, can you help me fix it?" It's like, bro, I thought you knew everything. You know, like they don't even want to let you talk and do all that, but they want to act like they know everything. Of course, I'm not gonna tell them anything, you know, but it's just funny, you know, like they act like a know-it-all, but when it really comes down to it, they don't, you know, like it's funny. But anyways, enough complaining about customers, all right? But what happened was, you know, we started working there, and the owner, he finally came back. You know, like he came back by the time I started. All right, he's came back for a while, and so, you know, he wanted to build a new team and this and that. So he built like a new sales team. You know, we started growing bigger and bigger. So each sales guy, we have in-house and outhouse fucking sales guys. So some of these sales guys, they travel across the states to try to sell these trailers to dealerships or to retail customers, right? And so what had happened was, you know, we hired a bunch of people. You know, there were so many fucking issues. What had happened was that first guy that I was talking about, the guy, he's technically production manager. He's just not an easy guy to work with, right? Like he's one of those people where he always has to like get really mad for no reason, you know? Like he's literally one of those people. Like you'll ask him a simple question like, "Hey, what happened to this trailer?" He'll be like, "What the fuck? How am I supposed to fucking know?" You know, he's like literally one of those people. And what happened was, this is my assumption. I don't know exactly what happened, but our production team originally was like OGs in the game, like OGs. Like they were there from when the company first opened up in America, and then because originally that company was from a different country, and then they moved it here, and then so you know. What was I gonna say? Oh, that's right, production. So what happened was the whole entire production team left. So now who's gonna fucking make the trailers? You know? So this fucking idiot and one of the reasons why they all left was one of two things. They refused to pay them overtime, refused to give them a raise, even though they're doing more work, and they wanted them to work 7 days a week. So it's like, and that's why they were not happy about that. And these guys know what they're doing. They're already trained. They've been in the company for so long. You know, you would think like, hey, we got to work with these guys because these guys are going to be our guys that's going to help us make our trailers and this and that. And mind you, quality control was slap ass. Okay, be that production manager, he just wouldn't care. He'd just be like, oh, no, that can't be done. That can't be done. This can't be done. You know, like you ask him, hey, the door the doorknobs are kind of fucked up. Can you fix that? Ah, nah, I can't fix that. And it's like, dude, there were times, like for the longest time, I had to go and do it myself. You know, like literally, I would. Oh, shit, I'm trying to kill this game. Sorry. Yeah, like, so, like, it would be like, oh, I need this part. And he'd like, no, you do it yourself. So I would literally, as a fucking customer representative at the time, do it all by myself. This is the kind of guy you're dealing with, you know? And so... Oh, shit. Hopefully I kill this guy. I'm fucking out of mana. I'm gonna back up a little bit before I get fucking caught up. So what happened was, come on. Come over here, you little shit. I don't want to die, please. I really don't want to get caught up. Please don't aggro me. Okay, no one aggro me. Please don't aggro me. I'm gonna be really pissed if someone aggroes. Alright. So yeah, everyone in the production team left. Ew, is that bread inside my fucking thing? But yeah, everyone in the production team left, and we were having issues from the beginning. It was all the way from top to bottom. It was... You know, like, it was things like, you know, oh, the trailer wasn't washed when the customer got here to pick up their trailer, you know, or, oh, a tire fell off, or, oh, someone stole the trailer from one of our storage yards. So what happened was one of our storage yards, it was just like a gate, and some homeless people literally cut open holes in the fence to go steal the trailer. I actually have another story about that, but... I'll tell it on the next episode. But yeah, so it's like what happened was, like, you know, they switched out the production team, and by the time they switched out the production team completely, everyone was new. Every single person there was new. So no one knew what they were doing, you know? So I couldn't even deliver the trailers, you know? So, like, for example, I had customers asking me, hey, I'm wondering, can I pick up the trailer next week? I don't have an answer for them. Because what was happening was, not only was the production team brand new, but on top of that, there was no system to track if that trailer was ready. There were trailers all over the factory, but I didn't know which one is my customer. There's no system to track it. There's no system to find out, oh, when is this one going to be done? When is, like, how long will it take? You know, like, customers are going to ask you, how long is that trailer going to take? And I fucking get it. If I was a customer, I would have been asking the same fucking thing, right? But it just got to a point where I was like, dude, like, one of my last days there, I was like, I had 3 customers, right? And then so eventually the owner, he decided, okay, maybe we need to create a system to do tracking, right? Okay, he created a tracking system. It was absolutely abysmal. It was like, it said that it was supposed to be done 2 weeks ago. It hasn't even been touched. That's how bad it was. It was so unorganized. The production guys didn't even know what to work on. That is how bad it got. I just don't know. I just... You know, so at that point, I had customers asking me, like, hey, when is my trailer going to get ready? And when is my trailer going to be ready? I don't have an answer for them. I don't. You know? So at that point, I was like, I don't morally feel right to sell you a trailer, and that is kind of fucked up, you know? And it's not ready. What am I supposed to tell customers when the trailer's not ready, and it says on the order sheet? I can't be babysitting every single step of the way, like, oh, is this trailer ready? Is it going to be ready tomorrow? Is it going to be ready next week? And here's the thing. I wasn't just doing sales. I was doing a bunch of other bullshit. I was helping them with logistics, this and that. Like, it was a whole fucking thing, you know? And, you know, after I quit, maybe, like, a couple days later, they fucking wanted me to help them out again. I was like, no, I didn't even respond. So, you know, they were like, oh, they wanted me to go to another state that was far as fuck at the other side of the country for $1,000 over a weekend, just to help them be like a ambassador and all that. I just didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm so over it, you know. It's just, if they're not gonna give me a system so where I can sell the trailers and make my job easier, I'm not gonna do it, you know. It really is that simple. I'm not gonna. I can't be the one. And here's the thing: the owner would come in at like 2-3 o'clock, and everything would be fucked up. No one is watching the production team. No one is like watching anything. So he'd come up at 2 or 3 o'clock, and clock out at 5, and then everything would be fucked up. No one knew what to do. Like it was so bad to the point where they hired a couple people. They hired, I think, 3 people to fill the position that I was doing. All of them quit. Every single one of them. Couldn't even last a week. I had a couple... No, every single one of them quit within a couple of days. I had a general manager. So, this guy, we were thinking about, oh, let's hire a new general manager. This guy came in, he was all hyped. He was like, hey, I'm going to help you out. I heard that you were on the border of trying to quit, this and that. And then, 2 days later, he quit. And I have a story within that. We'll tell that next time. I think this is a good place to stop right here. I think I'm gonna take a break anyways. I'm gonna go wash my car. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna stop.